Okay.
Kann man den alten nicht reinschreiben?
Jetzt ist noch keiner da.
Dass mir das einen neuen Link gibt. Jetzt ist der Story-Link jetzt auch ein anderer, oder?
Ja, stimmt, der Story-Link ist ein anderer. Scheiße.
Das müssen wir schnell nochmal machen. Also.
Yeah, a few people already arriving. Michael is here as well.
I'm here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I messed something up. So there is this other stream that I wanted to start, but it was not working. So I had to do a new one. So I think a few people are actually waiting in the other one right now, and I'll try to fix it so they know that I've restarted it on this new one. But I think should be fine now. Nikolai Ushnik is already here. What's up, guys? Let's do this again. I don't know who has been here in the morning already. Let me know how the mic is working for you. Can you hear us pretty well?
Apparently nobody can hear us.
So if you let us know in the chat if the mic is working. Sounds like it did earlier. Perfect. Thank you. We have like a few minutes left. I think in 2 minutes it will start with observation and presentation of the athletes. Mic is good. Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm actually not sure how many of you guys were just tuning in the morning and not watching semifinals. I hope tonight we can just watch finals together, have fun. And yeah, obviously Misha is here as well, so we will try to answer questions again as well. Perfect. With having Michael on, now we can see the climbing from the reflection of his glasses. Oh yeah, I guess
I might have to take them off.
That's perfect. Maybe I should get some sunglasses. A silly question. Hi, Jacob and Michael. Kiss, marry, kill, Andra, Megos, Stefano. Well, kill sounds a bit harsh, to be honest. Kiss, marry, kill. I mean, kill is a bit harsh, but let's try to answer it. I think I would. I can't really kill any of those three. That's really unfair.
We're not gonna kill anybody.
No, we can't kill any of those three. They're good friends. I just, but I think I kiss Stefano. He's kind of like the sexiest of those three, and I marry Adam because he's such a nice guy. But I mean, they're all nice. But I feel like Adam could take care of me the best.
I mean, yeah, he's a daddy now, so
yeah, exactly.
I'm sure he could take care of you, right?
How do you answer it, Misha?
I don't know. I mean, I know Stefano super well, so I might even marry Stefano.
Oh,
yeah. Kiss, hard to tell. Maybe Alex. Yeah, I guess I'll go for Alex.
Oh, okay. Okay. Adam is left out. Yeah, I could accidentally put a huge mirror behind myself.
All right, are we live already? Not yet, hey?
Yeah, in a second, I think. But I'll put the new stream in.
Makimino.
Also. Alrighty.
So Marilia is asking when you're coming to Brazil, Jakob.
Yeah, I really want to go to Brazil. I've actually never been, and there's some really good climbing. I'm also pretty good friends with Felipe Camargo, so I really hope one day I'll climb a bit more there, or climb there for the first time.
And I mean, there's amazing bouldering on the beaches, right?
Oh yeah,
You know,
Ubataba or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so yeah,
Pretty
stream is
tempting.
live as well now. You can see the final routes. And
Wow.
so many spectators. Wow, this is like
As
so
usual.
amazing about Chamonix. I think it's the World Cup with the most spectators, and yeah, the crowd is amazing, and it's probably the World Cup with the best scenery ever, with the Mont Blanc in the background. Such a sick World Cup. Are you going to Flatanger this fall, and when will you try change or silence? Yes, I really want to, or I will definitely go to Flatanger in September. I want to go for a whole month, and I'm not sure what I will try. I might give silence a go just to see how it is, but there's also this project there called Project Big from Adam, which I really want to try together with him. Oh yeah, amazing projects waiting in Brazil. That sounds great. Which final is first?
I think it's men's first.
Men's first. Okay.
So we have, I think, even 9 finalists in the men's field, right?
9 finalists because of some ties.
And also ties in the lead. So we really hope the final route is good.
Oh, handsome AF, you guys. Thank you, Mario. So yeah, we're already almost 100. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Let's have some fun. Any plans on dropping the Espontas video? Yeah, there are definitely plans. I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting for so long. It's not just Espontas. We filmed like so much in Mallorca, and I think I'm waiting just as hard on it as you guys. But there have been some troubles, and we weren't sure what we will do with the material. But now there are some plans to finish at least an episode or something this year, or this fall, hopefully. Because I can't wait to show you some of the stuff that we filmed in Mallorca. Misha was there as well. It was the best trip ever, and we had so much fun. All right, presentation of the athletes. Mia Crumple. Ja, es jetzt halt ein bisschen, aber es ist eigentlich nicht wichtig. Ich frage mich leider, ob eben im anderen Stream jetzt immer noch welche dran sind. Jessica Pilz, let's go. I really appreciate that there's a strong climber like you that's not crazy rubberman flexible and struggle a bit with flexibility and don't like to stretch, because I really hate to do it myself. Yeah, I think there are actually more strong athletes that struggle with flexibility and don't like to stretch so much. I definitely try to work on it, but yeah, it's very hard. And I think if you're like really unflexible, it's not like you will ever become like crazy flexible. Like it will always be a weakness of mine. But yeah, obviously you have to try to do something against it. Misha can sing a song about it as well.
I don't like stretching either.
Yeah.
I'm not the most flexible guy myself. But yeah, we got to work on our weaknesses, right? So we also try to work on our flexibility. And we've seen it actually in Villar in finals that even in lead climbing, flexibility is getting even more important. Yannick Floe was a bit, I wouldn't say complain, but he mentioned that flexibility definitely was a thing or is a thing in lead now too. So yeah, Jakob, lead being your main discipline. We hope we don't get too many of those.
Yeah, hopefully not too many like
boulders up on top.
Foot to the hand moves in lead. We don't enjoy it that much. Can you say how important is the mindset in sport climbing? Is the head the most important or the power? Grüße aus Bayern. Grüße zurück. Well, you go first, Misha.
I go. Well, first of all, I think if there is no power at all, you can have the best head, but it's going to be hard to get somewhere. So, but at a certain level, of course, especially I think this high level in World Cups, the power is for sure not the same for everybody, but people are very strong for sure. And in that case, I think the head is where the difference is made. And so, yeah, those with the strongest head and strongest mindset will succeed over those who are strong, but maybe are struggling with pressure. What would you say, Jakob?
Yeah, I agree. I think both is really important. Obviously, you need to be very strong, but at the top level, and especially in competitions, but also trying to send your project or onsetting hard outside, it's very important to have a strong mental. Both things are really important, but I mean, for the head is not only to cope with pressure and nervosity, but also climbing is so much about being a smart climber, and I would say that's also the head, and that's very important as well, to be able to read the route right, do the right tactical decisions, where to clip, where to rest, when to climb faster, when slower, do the right decisions in the important moments. That's all head, and I think that's really defines who is the best, I would say.
So yeah, Mario is asking for our top 3 picks.
Top 3 tips, man and woman.
Definitely hard.
Well, I would definitely say Adam is the favorite to win the men's category, and Janja is the favorite for the female category. So I think the favorites are pretty easy.
But then
2 and 3 is definitely hard, especially hard if we haven't really seen the route yet.
Right.
But I would say second place for the woman, Brooke Rabatu. And third place, Seo.
I go second, Laura. Laura has been 4th twice now, so I think she's super eager to make it to the podium. And Seo, 3rd place as well. And in the man fields, I already said to a friend today that I think Yannick is going to make podium today. That'd be awesome. So
that would be awesome indeed.
I would put him on 2. and maybe Luca Potokar.
Okay, I think Yannick is strong, but he won't be second. But it would be nice to see the list. Who's second place? I think second place could be.
Let's bring it up.
I think Sean Bailey might get the second place. I don't know.
There you
go. I think second, Sean Bailey, and third, Luca Podolcha. Let's see. So what else is going on? Jacob, what is your favorite kind of hold? My favorite hold is a pinch. How about you, Misha?
A big fat pinch. I don't like the big fat pinches that much. I would say crimpers. 4 fingers, half crimp. Let's go.
All right. And actually, my question is answered. It's women's finals first, and we start with Mia Crumple. Well, look at that crowd. Crazy. Hello, Schubertus from Mataon and Michael. What are your top 3 routes? Poof. That's hard.
That's probably like the hardest question.
Yeah, that's so hard.
Been asked.
Because it kind of depends on the grade. Like there is like favorite easier routes, favorite like really hard routes. It also depends like do I choose one of my favorite places, or is it more about how the route is climbed? Poof, that's so hard. Top 3 routes. I would say I put Thor's Hammer in my top 3 in Flatanger because it's an amazing route and an amazing place. Okay, you add one, and then I add a third one.
Oh, it's hard. Well, I think I try to make some publicity for our home spots here, and I would go for a route in Ötztal. Maybe Kleinlichtkantnschatten is one of the better routes out there. Actually, I haven't even climbed it myself yet.
I mean, that's even a route that I first ascended, so that's very good. Thank you, Michael. And yeah, then I would also choose a route in Ötztal. Actually, Synergy Effect is almost better than Kleinlichtkantnschatten. So yeah, we have some amazing routes in Tyrol. So I think some of them will be in my top 3 as well. But like we said, there is so many good routes out there that I could name a lot, and it's very hard to make a top 3. Is Project Big the link up of Thor's Hammer, link up Ondra previously tried? No, that's like another project. Project Big is like its own line. It doesn't share an old route, but this link up that Ondra tried is another really hard, cool project in Flatanger, which is really long though. But yeah, there's so much potential in Flatanger. Yeah, Natalia is drawing. Have you seen that? Natalia is often on observation drawing a topo of the route.
Oh, I have not.
It's pretty interesting. I've seen it before. I have never known anyone else or seen anyone else doing it. It's pretty interesting. Mia looks so
I didn't know that was allowed.
Yeah, I was also not sure it's allowed, but I guess it is. When are you going to try a 9C? Well, hopefully this fall. I will see how silence feels like, or at least try it. But I'm not convinced yet that I like it because it looks so special. But then I also really want to try the 9C from Sepp Buin at some point, DNA. And I mean, the best would be to even find one myself and try it. So hopefully there's potential for another one in Flatanger. We will see. Any plan of trying bibliography in Seus this summer? No, this summer I unfortunately won't make it to Seus anymore. I'll try to train for Briançon and the European Championship now, and then I will go to Flatanger. But I'm sure I'll be back in Seus at some point. Where can you watch the live stream? So either you have you're out of Europe and you just watch it on YouTube, on the IFSC YouTube channel, or you have a VPN and then you can still watch it on YouTube, or you have a subscription on Eurosport and watch it on Eurosport. She was already on the last slab, right?
Mia has come off, yeah.
She's just on the beginning of the last slab.
Top out slab moves.
Nice. That was already a good try. How do you deal with a crazy, scary fall during bouldering comps? Let's say like a huge and awkward dyno. Generally, what's your mindset to come back from it and shake it off to try it again?
Well, I'm not even sure I really had a scary fall during a bouldering comp, at least not in the last couple comps. I feel like anyway that in comps you're so psyched that scare factor is very rarely a thing. This season we've seen maybe a scary boulder in Seoul with a very scary top move where actually it was evident that many athletes were scared to jump for the top. And in that case, I'm sure it's not that easy even to focus right again after you've fallen off pretty badly. And I'm sure that it's hard to go and commit again fully on this scary jump. But I mean, for me personally, we very rarely see very scary falls. So I haven't come across that so much. Have you, Jakob?
Yeah, like you said, I think in competitions, most of the time you're so focused and so psyched that you really don't think about like injuring yourself or being scared or anything. That's actually kind of like the dangerous thing sometimes in comps if they happen to set something too dangerous. But usually in comps, it hasn't happened to me that much. But yeah, in training, obviously you have it where you have like some crazy runs where you are scared of like hitting your knee or something. And it's an ability to actually try to switch that off and just go full ham. Because also out of experience, I usually know that when you're scared and you don't go full ham, this is when you get injured or where you like hurt yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I agree on that.
I saw that Adam just chalked up during observation. Why? Because he tries to keep his hands dry. Like he tries to chalk up all the time. So he keeps dry hands. He doesn't want to start sweating a lot because, he just wants to keep the hands dry. You love pinches too. Hell yeah. Let's go, pinches. Pinch club.
So yeah, we're seeing Jesse now climbing. I think Jesse's super keen to finally show good performance again.
Yeah.
She had two very stupid slips, unfortunate slips now in Innsbruck and Villar. In Innsbruck in finals, in Villar in semifinals. So as of now, she's climbing pretty well, and I'm sure this time she won't set up this way.
Someone is asking Jessica Pilz is climbing now. Do you know how she's been holding up after a terrible luck lately? Yeah, I think what I've heard, I mean, I haven't met her because she's on the road, but what I've heard is that she's obviously she was really disappointed and very frustrated. But she's been on the scene long enough and has experience enough to know that this can just sometimes happen. It's kind of like bad luck, and it doesn't really, it's almost better if something like that happens than if you do badly and you're actually weak, because she should know that she's not weak. She had just some bad slips, but she's still in a very good shape, and it can definitely be that she's back on the podium on this comp, and it's very important to keep that confidence, and hopefully she can do very well today. But she's climbing really well so far, so yeah, let's go. Why did you lick your fingers during the bouldering semis in Innsbruck? So yeah, I have to answer this question at some point. But yeah, unfortunately, it sucks that it was caught on camera, and yeah, I shouldn't have done it. It was disgusting. I agree. But if you're like really focused and in that moment, you don't really care about anything else than trying to get the top of the boulder. And I felt like this is my only chance to somehow get kind of a different skin to maybe have some better friction on the holds, because I had like very, very dry skin, and I was sliding off the top hold over and over again. And I couldn't spit in my hands because my mouth was so dry because it was so hot. So the only chance that I had in my head in that moment was to just lick my hands to get some kind of moisture on it. And yeah, it was disgusting, and it didn't even help. So in the end, I have like a bad clip of myself licking my hands, and it all didn't really work out. But yeah, I'm trying to bring a wet towel sometimes. That also helps to try to get some moisture on your hands. But in that case, it didn't help, unfortunately.
I remember back in the days, I think it was Innsbruck bouldering finals or semifinals 2014 or something. Adam Monra was having the same problem with super dry skin. So he actually brought like a little, I don't know, pot of water or something with him that he could just put his finger in the water and get some kind of moisture into his fingers.
Yeah. Dry skin is sometimes a big problem. Jessica is doing really well on the head wall now. Come on, Jessie, nice.
Well, come on, Mia fell on.
That's already really high up.
Nice.
Yeah, she's in first place
she's getting in fight mode now.
But it's already really scary that we might see more than one top again, though. Because she still looks pretty strong. And this is where it starts to get kind of slabby as well. So it's not as much about endurance anymore. Which grade is typical for lead finals, women and men? I think men should be 8C plus or 9A, and women should be around 8C. It should be, but then sometimes they set too easy, unfortunately.
So very good climb of Jessie. She is.
Oh my God! Can we already see a top here?
She only has 22 seconds left. But
yes,
we go see a top. Perfect timing as well.
There's already a top from Jessie. Wow. Hell yeah, she's back.
That's how to make up.
So that's really good. Yeah, she had 2 slips and now she finally got a top. I mean, amazing for her. Amazing. She will have a really good result, but it obviously kind of sucks for finals because it's very likely that we get to see more tops. And I think I've said it already in semis today. If there is more than a top in any round, but especially semis and finals, I feel like the route setters did a terrible job because there should never be more than one top because the athletes don't get to show what they're capable of, and it sucks. But yeah, let's see. If this is the only top in finals, then it's perfect, but it probably won't be because Yanya is there and she is so strong. What do both of your breakfasts typically look like? I think it's pretty similar.
I mean, we the two of us have been living together now for a couple of years. We're not anymore, because Jakob moved into this amazing house here. So we used to have breakfast together a lot. So I think we can answer this question for the both of us.
I think so.
So what we would have would just be pretty regular cereals with milk, basically. Good coffee, obviously, because without coffee we cannot get our day started. So
yeah, 1 coffee a day is needed. And then just some normal good cereal. We like a fruity cereal. Hey Jacob, what do you think of the crack climbing stuff the white boys are doing? I think it's great. They have a really cool YouTube channel, and they seem like 2 really cool guys that I've never met in person, but I really hope I will someday. And yeah, I mean they're really amazing climbers, and obviously they're specialists in crack climbing, and that's very amazing what they can do on cracks. It's only something that we can learn of, I'm sure. Hola, Misha.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm super impressed in what they are doing. Maybe some of you have seen the recent movie of them climbing the, I don't know what, 2, 3, or like 1.5 kilometer long bridge on a 90 degrees crack. So that was pretty crazy. And well, it wouldn't be for me. It would be too boring to do the same move and hold the same hold basically over and over and over and over again. But anyway, it's impressive what the guys are doing, and we can definitely learn from them, Jakob. I mean, we need to step up our crack game as well.
We definitely need to step it up. We want to climb in Yosemite one day, so
yes, sir.
Since many people are asking again, I repeat again, if you are trying to find the live stream, so either you're out of Europe, because in the US, for example, you can just watch the YouTube live stream. You have to go to the IFSC YouTube channel and you can watch it live from there. But if you're in Europe, then you need either a Eurosport subscription. You can watch it on Eurosport, but you need a subscription that costs, I think, €5 a month or something. Or you download a VPN. You can get a free VPN on a phone, on PC. I think you most of the time have to buy one, but with a VPN, you can put in that you're basically watching from the US, and then you can still watch the YouTube stream from IFSC. How difficult was the Olympic final lead route for you? Curious, since everyone struggled, but you made it look easy. Oh, thank you. I mean, I had a really, really good run. And whenever you have a really good run and you climb very efficiently and very perfectly, it sometimes looks easy. It was obviously not easy, but yeah, I definitely felt very strong on that route. And I felt like I could have climbed even farther if the route was a bit longer. But yeah, if I had to grade it, it's very difficult because obviously you don't really know how strong you are on that day. And I think I climbed really well, but probably it was something around 80 plus, I guess. I don't know. What, for real? I thought the routes were easier because not so many of these athletes are able to flash like 9A outside, right? I mean, first of all, it's on-site, and if the route is actually 9A, I don't think there's any top. Like usually 9A is not on-sited in a comp, like especially on a comp route, because they're often very tricky, very complicated, and in the gym a 9A is very hard and probably much harder to on-site than outside, because outside it's more about the crux usually, and in the gym it's very consistent and it's very hard. So if the route is actually 9A, then I don't think it's being on-sited, but there are many guys that can on-site 8C or 8C plus. That's why it almost has to be at least 8C plus or 9A, otherwise you get more than one top usually.
And it appears that we are already getting close to the second top.
Yeah.
Brooke is on the
I mean, Brooke is like a really good climber. And I mean, I said she is going to be second, but unfortunately, if we see many tops, then she won't be able to be second because it will all be countbacks.
So yeah, I don't know. This because Brookie also topped the semifinal route, but just timed out.
But she timed out, yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I'm very disappointed with the route setting in Chamonix so far. Like all the routes, qualification, semis, and finals have been way too easy, and yeah, it's very sad to see. But still, I hope she can get the top as well. She climbs really well.
She's fighting hard now.
Oh. Whoa!
Oh, and jeez.
All right.
So no second top yet.
That was kind of unlucky. She missed the hold. I think she's disappointed. She knows she could have gotten it. The woman route looks apparently too easy. Yeah, I mean, so far we have only seen one top, so I guess that's fine. But yeah, obviously they are all climbing very far up. So yeah, I would also already say it's too easy, unfortunately. And yeah, I think, in my opinion, it's so much better if they set too hard than too easy. It's much more interesting to watch. Same goes for bouldering. Like, I don't know, but us climbers, and I think also many spectators, enjoyed a lot more when you get to see the best of the world struggle on something, and actually they have to get the best out of them to top something, rather than just seeing a bunch of flashes. And same goes for lead. I don't want to see someone top a route easily because I know they had a lot left in the tank to show me, and I want to see their full potential. So they should rather set too hard than too easy. But I don't know why this keeps happening at comps, and it's very sad to see as an athlete. And I know as an athlete, if you're like in there and you're waiting for your turn, it's very frustrating if you know there have been a lot of tops already, because you know you can't show anything that someone else hasn't showed already, and that kind of takes away the fun.
The fun, and it also adds some kind of pressure for sure, I guess, because you also know you need
obviously
to top, right?
I mean,
for
you
Janja,
have to
hard.
top to get a good result, and even if you top, it's not like the spectators won't go wild because they have seen that already.
And you can't enjoy it as well yourself, even though you just topped the final route of a World Cup.
Has it ever happened that you know of that someone from the public screamed the beta to help a climber during a comp? If it would happen, would the climber be disqualified? Cheers from Vienna. So no, the climber, like if it's just some random person from the crowd, obviously the climber can't be disqualified, because that would be very unfair, because you can just on purpose disqualify an athlete. But if it would be a coach or another athlete, the coach or the athlete would be disqualified, I guess. I haven't really seen that, but it can be a problem that people scream in beta. I mean, what I've had in Salt Lake City, for example, was that the crowd was cheering very loud when I faced the crowd, because the boulder was much easier if you started facing the crowd, which was kind of like the trick you had to find. And obviously that helped me a lot. But they did it for everyone, basically. So all you had to do is at least face the crowd once when you go to the start position to find the trick.
And you were so nice to also, say thank you to the crowd for giving you help.
I did, because they helped a lot. Oh, ein bisschen unter. Ist jetzt, sind wir noch nicht weiter unten, oder? Ja, jetzt besser. How to watch a live stream without paying for an abo, or is it free? If you're in Europe, you either need a VPN to watch it for free on YouTube, because you can put in the VPN that you're watching from the US, and then you can go on the IFSC YouTube channel, or you need a subscription on Eurosport, which is not free. Count back first, then time. But since there was multiple tops and semis, it will probably be time.
There were multiple tops in semis, but only Janja and Natalia, I think, also topped both routes in qualification. So that's why only if Janja and Natalia both top, they will go to count back on time. And we hope that will not happen, but we'll see.
I have a feeling Janja is going to walk up this based on what we've seen so far. Hopefully I'm wrong, though. Yeah, I don't think you are wrong. Janja is really, really strong. I don't think this route is hard enough for her. But I think we'll see more tops. Not just Janja, but we'll see. I mean, Seo is also very strong. But so is Brooke. So maybe the route is harder than we think, because Jessica climbed really well. I mean, obviously it's hard. But maybe not hard enough for the strong girls. But Seo is kind of struggling as well. So yeah, maybe we can see a second place from Jessica, or we'll see.
Maybe even a first.
Maybe.
Jessie has won in Chamonix before, so
yeah, it's true.
She definitely likes it there.
Hi Jakob, ich klettere auf 7B und wollte wissen, ob du Tipps für mich hast. Ich trainiere nur, indem ich 4-mal pro Woche im Gym bouldere. So someone wants tips. He climbs 7B, and he climbs 4 times a week. How does he or she get better? I mean, if you climb 4 times a week in the gym, that's already a very good start, and I think you're on a good way of getting better. Because usually I don't really have a very special tip. I would always say just climbing together with friends. Wait, let's focus on Seo for a second because she's like so close to the top, and she was just
Chalking up.
chilling on the move that Brooke fell on. Wow. She's chalking up and she is chilling.
One more move to go. And
easy
does
top
it.
from Seo. Oh, that actually looked pretty easy.
So
Nice
yeah,
one.
we have the second top now. Now
Yeah.
we can definitely agree on that the route is too easy.
Now we can say the route is terrible and they messed up.
Again.
But yeah, my tips. So yeah, I would say it's for me. It's really like I don't have a very special tip, but I would say it's very helpful to climb together with people that obviously you enjoy climbing with, to just have fun and be motivated. But also maybe some people that are slightly stronger than you, so you learn from them and get motivated. But yeah, basically just try to climb a lot and try to find your mistakes and learn from others. Yeah, there is no like very special formula that I could give you, but climbing 4 times a week already is very good if you want to get better. Or what do you say, Misha?
Well, what I read from the question also, or what I would like to understand, is if you're only bouldering in a gym and you want to do a 7B route, because obviously that kind of matters, because if you want to do a route and you're only bouldering, I guess you need to also work on your endurance a little bit. If you want to do a 7B boulder, however, bouldering in a gym and just climbing a lot is definitely already helping. And yeah, that's also basically my tip that I always give to people when they ask how to get better. Just climb a lot, do a lot of movements, try to understand the movements as well, and yeah, learn by doing.
Yeah. What do you think would be the hardest route you could climb without using your feet, Misha?
Oh, I mean,
Don't be humble.
For sure couldn't
Don't
do
be
like
humble.
a 6B slab without using my feet on an overhang. Well, it's hard to tell. Maybe 8A.
Yeah, come on.
Do that.
You can do harder than 8A, I think.
Without feet.
I mean, I think it really depends. Like, you need to choose a route basically, or maybe the route is even set for it, because obviously some routes, even like like he said, like 6B slab, they're not possible to campus. But yeah, I think okay. I don't know. Yeah, maybe not much harder than a day actually. I mean, I know that there has been like an 8C outside that has been campused because in Margalev, because it's just a route that's very good for campusing.
Yeah.
But like usually probably not much harder than a day. But maybe there is some 8B or 8B plus in the world that we can campus. Maybe even 8C. Who knows? Yes, I'd rather see you pros struggle than all top. Yeah, I think so. Do the athletes know the route setters for a comp? If so, do you have an idea of route setter style? So yeah, usually if we want to, we can find out who are the chief route setters of the competitions, because it's written on a sheet in advance. But to be honest, I think most of us don't really check it. It doesn't really matter who's the route setter, because yeah, they have many different styles. You can't really say this route setter only sets in this style. But yeah, some route setters are maybe famous for like a bit special style or something, or you know that they've set like a lot of competitions very well, and then you're happy that they're setting, or the other way around. But I don't think we care so much who the route setters are, because we can't really change it, and it doesn't really matter. Like it doesn't matter to put a lot of thoughts into it, because whatever they set, you have to climb, and that's how it is.
What sometimes can, I mean, eventually it doesn't help because it's the same for everybody, but some route setters, if you know they are setting at the comp, you know that they are going to use a certain brand of holds, because some route setters make their own holds, also very famous climbing holds, and so you know that they for sure will set with those holds, and that you will be climbing a lot on those specific holds in the competition. So yeah, in regards of the style, I'm sure, and eventually there's a big group of setters working all together, and so you will never know all the route setters, and everybody has a different style for the most part, and so
and sometimes the chief route setter is not even setting your final route, because like Misha said, there's a big team and many of them are setting. So but what we also do, or what some of the federations do, like for example our federation, the Austrian federation, tries to get some of the World Cup route setters sometimes to set training routes for us. So if they have a style that we can maybe also kind of like train on their style. So that's definitely something which is good for training, to get some of the international route setters to set routes in your gym, so you can try to be stronger basically on their style. But sometimes they don't really have a style, and it doesn't, like, it's not like it helps you a lot, but maybe it helps you a tiny bit, who knows. So, ich weiß nicht, wie viel wir jetzt schon übersprungen haben, aber what was your most memorable comp personally? Okay, Misha goes first.
Well, I would for sure say the Olympics in general, regardless of the result. Going to the Olympics was amazing. I'm sure you agree, Jakob.
Oh yeah.
Just seeing the size of the event and the importance of the event, and also the whole surroundings around there, and the vibes we were feeling is just amazing. And just being there was definitely the most memorable comp I have been at.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it was also the Olympics, obviously. It was, Misha basically said everything already. It was just such a sick event. And for me, also, the outcome was very special. And it was such a crazy moment that I will never forget. Olympics in Tokyo is definitely my most memorable comp. But there's many others that I will never forget, like the World Championship in Innsbruck, or my first World Championship title in Paris. That's the cool thing about competition climbing. You have a lot of very great memories, not just only about the comps, but also about some of the trips that you had with your team, with your good friends. And yeah, that's why we love doing it.
For sure. Meanwhile, we see Laura fighting on the route. She just had a no hand rest on the route, a knee bar. I mean, she didn't release the hands for long, but she was resting pretty comfortably.
Yeah, she's getting close to the last lap, I guess. Favorite opening with both colors in chess? Finally, a good question. I like to play the Queen's Gambit with white, and with black, I like the Caro-Kann against e4 and the Semi-Slav against d4.
Are you happy with how the candidates events turned out?
Yeah, so lala. I mean, doesn't really matter. Nepomniachtchi won the candidates. For anyone that is not into chess, it means like there was a tournament in chess which defined who is trying to beat the world championship, Magnus Carlsen, and Nepomniachtchi, a Russian guy who already tried to challenge Magnus last year, won again this year. And I was kind of hoping for someone else, but he played really well. So yeah, hopefully this time he can challenge Magnus for real. But let's focus on Laura, because she's already on the top slap again. Enough about chess. Back to the real sport. Okay, she's still looking fresh.
She's getting short on time as well, but
yeah, she's still a minute left. Well. Jessie was for sure the closest on time.
Laura's crimp strength is just crazy. I think she just held an intermediate hold there, which none of the other girls have
and
used
she
before
did this move easily as well. So I think it's pretty likely we get to see another top. But she doesn't really know what to do with her feet, I guess.
She looks kind of stretched out.
Oh, yeah.
She gets the foothold.
She's fighting, though.
Yeah.
But I think she can do it. Oh.
Jump to the top.
Whoa.
Easy.
Okay, that was a fight. She had 8 seconds left and another top from Laura. All right. So it's already 3 tops. Any tips for reading routes? That's a hard one. I mean, one tip I would have for sure is using binoculars. It helps you a lot to look closely on some holds. I don't know if you're talking about routes in the gym or routes outside, but in both cases, it really helps you to have a closer look on holds and actually know where to grab them. In competitions, for example, it's also very useful to see the chalk on the holds or on volumes. So you can see, because the routes are tested from the route setters, so you can see where they hold the holds, where's the chalk, and maybe even see a thumb or something, if it's a pinch or not. And so yeah, binoculars are definitely a tip. And other than that, it's also a lot of experience. Just try doing it in training sometimes as well, doing like serious observations and trying to take a project also in training very serious, like it would be in an important competition, because only this way you can actually simulate it very well.
That was a good answer.
Okay. A bunch of the French team were shouting beta, but no one could understand. Let's hope that's not true. Any tips on training to keep up with climbing when hurt? I hurt my ankle in February and haven't been able to climb. Also, what is your guys' favorite climb you've done?
We've had the favorite climbs question before, and we weren't really able to answer it because there's too many good climbs, there are too many good routes out there. So, but yeah, if you're hurt on the ankle, you can for sure do a lot of training and climbing still. I mean, obviously, you need to be careful to not jump on the ankle as long as it hurts. But you can do a lot of hangboarding. You can do campusing or even climbing up to a certain height, and as long as you're comfortable with jumping and landing on one foot and then just rolling off on one foot. So I would never stop just for an ankle injury for sure, because then I would maybe kill myself on the hangboard and try to just get the strongest fingers out there if I cannot climb. So an ankle injury shouldn't stop you from becoming better, and then you will heal, and then you will get back on the walls, and maybe you'll feel stronger than before.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting in VR. I think who was it that was co-commentating? I forgot, but someone. I think it was Alex Waterhouse saying that some people that had like some injury, like an ankle injury, actually came back much stronger, because it actually gave them some time off competitions and just focus on training. And then they came back stronger than they ever were. Like one example is Yannick Floe this year. He injured his ankle, I think.
Yeah.
And now he's having his strongest season of all time. And hopefully they can give you some motivation even though it really sucks, trying to take it as an opportunity. to get better and spend time training. What would you like to change in competition climbing? Misha?
The long ISO times.
Oh yeah, that's something I would love to change, but it's very hard to change. Yeah, especially in lead, it sucks to like if you do really well in qualification and you happen to be last starter out in semifinals, you're like 26 starter, and like in Innsbruck, the semifinals took very long, so I was waiting 4 hours in ISO until I was finally able to climb, and that's very nerve-wracking and boring at the same time, because also we can't bring any device with internet, so I can't even play games back in ISO. So yeah, that's something I would love to change, but it's very hard to change if you want to keep on site. But yeah. Which style of boulders would your both perfect bouldering finals be like? 1 slap, 2 power problems, and 1 coordination thing. So I would definitely put the slap away.
And probably also the coordination
Yeah,
thing, right?
maybe 4 powerful boulders. Sounds good. No, it depends. I mean, perfect boulder. You mean like what I think is good? I mean, it depends, because if I'm only thinking about myself and I only want boulders that I'm doing best at, I probably would choose 4 power boulders, just because like power boulders have the least amount of randomness, because coordination or slap, I mean, it could be also in a power boulder, but usually it's mostly in a slap and a coordination boulder where it's very, very tricky. And sometimes you just can't find the trick. And even if you're like very strong, you just can't do the boulder. So I think for the strongest people, it's always nicer to have powerful boulders, because you feel safer on that. And it's harder to mess up on those boulders. But yeah, I think in general, 1 slab, 2 power boulders, and 1 coordination boulder sounds like a very good round to me. What do you say?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, to make a fair competition, maybe you need some kind of variety in the styles of bouldering of the boulders. But yeah, what we haven't had in the variety lately at some comps was actually the power boulders, right? So we've had a lot of slabs, a lot of coordination things, and power boulders were lacking. So those definitely should be part of the final too. And Natsuki is on the top move. No, she drops the top.
Last move fall.
Oh my god.
That's unfortunate.
Does that mean we have Laura on the podium, right? Because only Janja and Natalia.
I mean, my tip is already wrong because I said Brooks second, and that's long gone.
Seo is, yeah, my tip can still work. So we'll see.
Hey Jacob, can you give me some league tips to get out of Gold 1? I think Mario already responded Yumi synced bot lane. That's not a good tip in my opinion. It's only working for him. It's funny that we're discussing tips for league, but I'm not that much better than Gold 1, so I'm not sure if I'm the right person, because I'm also only Plat 4 or something. But yeah, I mean, it depends. Like I like to play league for fun, because I know if you really want to climb, it's obviously best to stick to 1 to 3 champions. But I play it for fun, so I can't do that because it gets too boring for me. But if you really want to climb, I would say you should stick to a role and stick to 1 or 2 champions. Servus, guys. Amazing see you in the stream. Yo, Flo, fix. I see climbers in general speak various languages. How many languages can you comfortably converse in? Unfortunately, I'm not one of those very talented guys. Misha is. So he speaks a lot of languages. I only speak German and English, and I learned some French in school, but I wouldn't say I speak it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm blessed that I grew up in northern Italy, so I grew up actually speaking German as my mother tongue and learned obviously Italian as well, and then English in school at some point. And I even speak a fourth language, which is kind of funny though, because only very few people speak this language in the world. It's called Latin, and like approximately, I don't know, 40,000 people know this language. It's just spoken in the valley where I grew up in and around in the neighboring valleys and in some parts in Switzerland. So those are the 4 languages I speak. But I would like to improve or learn a bit
come
more
on,
of
4
French,
is enough. Hey, I speak
Spanish.
2.
So
We stop already. 4 is enough. All right, and now we have the queen on the wall, Janja Gambrat. Actually, in Innsbruck, I think she was so happy that there was finally a very, very hard women's route. I got to try it like 2 days after the competition, and it was a very hard route. So she did really well on it, and I think I said it on semis already. It would be so interesting to see Janja on a male lead competition once, because I think she's so strong that she could compete with many of the guys.
did you beat Janja on the route?
I actually came just as high as she did,
All right.
but I fell trying to clip a draw that afterwards I found out wasn't on the route.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, she can definitely beat me. What's your favorite type of Knödel? I hope it's Kas. Kaspress-Knödel sind schon ziemlich gut, ja. Leberknödel, ja. Germknödel, ja, Germknödel ist auch nicht schlecht.
Nougatknödel.
Ja, okay. Marillenknödel. Ja, ich nehme Marillenknödel. Aber ich weiß nicht, ob Süße auch erlaubt sein, aber ja, ich glaube schon.
Sicher, Knödel sind gefragt.
My coach says that you're a better league climber in comps than Ondra and are more consistent. What do you think about this? I don't think so. I think Adam is crazy strong, and over like, if we take all the comps that we have competed against each other, he definitely beat me more than I beat him. So I would say he has the lead on that. But I think I have the confidence to say that I'm one of the few guys in the world that can challenge him, even if he's on top of his game and if I'm also on top of my game. So yeah, on certain comps, if I'm in top shape and he's in top shape, like in the Olympics, I have a chance. And I'm already happy with that, because I know if it comes down to many comps, I think he's ahead.
I definitely agree, or I definitely would say that Adam is super consistent as well, for sure, in lead climbing.
Yeah. Who do you guys believe to be the strongest climber in each discipline? Sport, boulder, trad, and indoor. Okay, let's watch the top of Janja, and then we answer this question. It's an interesting one, but hard.
Very hard, I would say.
Actually, it's almost impossible to answer, but let's brainstorm.
We need to talk about styles. I think it would be easier to
find
who is maybe the strongest in this.
Well, let's focus on Janja first, because I don't know. I kind of don't want to be her. Like it's very, if you're the favorite like her, like everyone expects you to win, and there have been many tops on the route. It's really not great to climb, because basically you can only fail, because if she tops, everyone is like, okay, yeah, we expected a top. And if she doesn't top, then it's frustrating. But yeah, luckily she's so strong that she usually doesn't do mistakes because the route, she can climb much harder than this route. So I think she'll be fine. And she looks like she can get the top. Easy top.
She gets it.
But she was not very fast.
She knows it's gonna come down to time. So if Natalia does it.
But yeah, definitely again one of the worst woman finals I've seen in a while. Like not because of the girls or because of the scenery or the organizers, but just because of the setting. Yeah, like just so many tops. I don't know how they mess it up so hard. It's really so frustrating to see.
And not just in finals. I mean, throughout the whole competition, qualifications were super easy. Semifinal was way too easy. Now finals again. So usually when we see one round being way too hard or way too easy, the next round gets like maybe tried again and they rethink it. And sometimes they maybe mess up the other way, that they change things and make it. If one round was too easy, they make the next round way too hard, or vice versa. But in this case, they just
every round was too easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have one climber left, I think, Natalia.
Yes.
So Yanya has secured at least a second place. And yeah, I think Natalia has a good chance of topping the route as well, but she has to be faster than Yanya to win. And Yanya was not, she was not that slow. She had like 50 seconds left.
Yeah, 47 seconds, I think.
Okay, yeah, so she got to go fast. So let's answer the question, or try to answer the question. Who do you guys believe to be the strongest climber in each discipline, sport, boulder, trad, and indoor? Well, yeah, it's very hard. But sport, I would say we name a few guys. So sport, I would name Adam, myself, Sepp, Alex, Stefano, maybe?
Yeah, I would agree on that.
Boulder, I would say Sean Rabatu and Daniel Woods, maybe?
Yeah, Jimmy, we're just Americans this far.
Yeah, I mean, I also think like Adam can compete with them in like a lot of boulders, but yeah. Let's say Sean.
We know Sean has been pretty strong lately, so
yeah.
And from what other guys say, as like Daniel or so, they all say Sean is at the top of the game right now. So
yeah, maybe it's hard to say, because in bouldering it's even more about style. So I think there's definitely styles where Sean is not the strongest in the world, but there is many styles where he might be. So that's why maybe he deserves the title. But it's hard to tell. I think like much harder in bouldering than in lead, because it's so much more style dependent, I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And trad, I can't really answer because I don't know enough about it, but maybe you can.
Not really. I mean, you can measure it on, I don't know. Well, no, I'm just talking myself into something I don't know too much of. So.
And I mean, indoor is again kind of like bouldering and lead, so that's also hard. I guess Alberto, because he won gold at the Olympics.
Yeah, right. We miss Alberto. I hope he's going to be back soon in the comps.
Yeah, I think so. He's watching in Chamonix right now. Yeah. No, but yeah, indoor, it's also bouldering and lead. And I think bouldering this year, it was Yoshiyuki who was the best. And
the most consistent as well.
In lead, we haven't seen much of Adam, but I think right now it's Adam. But I try to challenge him soon, hopefully. Hello, guys. Nice job actually listening to you instead of commentary. Have you guys got... We didn't finish the question, unfortunately. Sorry.
Rob,
but
favorite hangboard protocol? We finish the question later.
Favorite hangboard protocol? I don't really do... So first of all, thank you very much. I think the commentary is good as well, but yeah, we don't really talk. We just answer questions and are having fun. So hopefully you can enjoy both at the same time. I'm sure Stasha and Matt are doing a great job, like always. But yeah, I can't really tell you anything about hangboarding because I don't really do hangboarding. I don't like it that much, but I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't like it as much myself. But maybe Misha is also not doing it so much
because we're more the pure climbers type of guys.
Yeah, we are.
We like to play in the wall, so get strong by climbing on the wall and holding different holds on the climbing wall. So Natalia is getting pretty high in the route and she has a lot of time left. So she's looking pretty comfortable still. She's going for gold here as of now.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen this comment yet. Yeah, Jan Hoya did the 1-9er move on the campus board. Do you think this is the hardest move ever done in climbing? 1-9er means from the 1st to the 9th rank on the campus board.
How big were the cribs?
So yeah, no, I don't think it's the hardest move ever done in climbing. I think it's a lot about like, don't get me wrong, it's impressive, it's very hard, and you need to have like crazy power, crazy explosiveness, but also you need an arm span, so it's also very morphological. And yeah, it kind of depends how far apart the crimps were, how good the holds were. And I think there's a lot more complex movements in climbing, which make it much harder than a simple move like this, which is still really hard just because it's so far. Or what do you say, Misha?
Yeah.
Has there ever been a final with this many tops? Yeah, unfortunately, we've had finals with many tops. Actually, this is really exciting right now because Laura is like, Natalia is like a few moves before the top, and she has like 20 seconds left to beat Yanya, but I don't think she can because now she's chalking up. So yeah, she'll be behind
10
Yanya.
seconds now, so
she can't do it in time.
And
she's not even topping it. Aye! Is that
maybe she?
Oh no, Jessica is 4th place still.
But guess what?
Oh my god, Misha guessed it completely right.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Misha said Janja Laura Seo. Ja, sag mal.
Ja, sag mal.
The prophet.
Yeah.
What did you say for the men?
I said Adam, Yannick, Luca.
Okay, let's see. Which school did you go to? I went to a like sport bulk, like a normal high school with but also with for sportsmen. So it was like 1 year longer and had like less school, so I could concentrate on my sport. You went to a normal one, right?
Yeah, pretty regular.
Normal high school.
So yeah, Janja wins the 3rd World Cup in a row now.
Oh yeah.
Comp.
Crazy.
She didn't get challenged too much in this comp, I would say.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, the only chance was Natalia.
Yeah.
Actually, that was probably the biggest chance of beating her. So let's see. Now we have time since it takes a bit of time until the men start. Let's try to answer some questions that we missed. Between you and my brother's hero, he's a really strong climber and pretty dominant in UFD in the UK. Oh, thank you. Glad to hear. We like to be heroes. What is your opinion on the new scoring system for the upcoming combined events?
Well, we've talked about that a lot already, right? And I think nobody's super happy about it. But maybe we should first clarify how the new scoring system is going to be in combined, right? Because I think many people don't even know it yet. So do you want to try to explain it, Jakob?
Yeah, okay. So the new combined, so combined of lead and boulder, which is going to be at the Olympics in Paris, has a new scoring system, and it will be about points. So you can get 100 points in lead, and you can get 100 points in bouldering. In bouldering, you get 100 points if you top all 4 boulders, and in lead, you get 100 points if you top the route. And yeah, you get also a certain amount of points. I think it is 7 for a zone, and in lead you get more points for the last 15 moves of the route. I think it's very like, obviously it has some disadvantages, but also some advantages. In general, I think us athletes, all we want is really to have free disciplines at the Olympics with free medals. Combined will just never fully work, in my opinion, and it's always only a compromise. But still, we have to take that compromise, and hopefully in LA we will finally have free medals. And yeah, with this compromise, I have to say I'm also part of the athletes commission in the IFSC, and we were trying to push for a slightly different system, because the problem with this system is that it puts even more weight of the shoulders of the route setters. And if the route setters mess up, like in this competition, for example, then the whole scoring system doesn't work. Because, for example, if you have many tops in a lead route, then you don't get to get more points in the lead route than someone else. So it's very important that the route setters set very hard routes. And yeah, that's the big flaw of the new scoring system, in my opinion, that we're even more dependent on route setting. And if they mess up and set too easy, then one of the disciplines will be more important than the other one, and that sucks. But the advantage is that you're not really dependent on who is there anymore. Like with the old system, with the multiplication, the less people that were there, the worse it worked. And now at least you can just always get your points no matter who's there. But yeah, that was like a fast summary of my thoughts.
Yeah, in general, we just hope for the 3 separate disciplines then at the next Olympics, and we won't have any issues anymore with combined. And yeah, but obviously we're happy we're still in the Olympics, and we hopefully get to see the best out of it again.
Prediction for male final. Yeah, Misha already had his prediction. He said Adam first, Yannick Flores second, and Luka Podočar third. I was really not sure, but I said Adam first, Sean Bailey second, and Luka Podočar third. But yeah, I don't know. All those guys are really strong, so it's very hard to make a prediction. But we both have Adam first because we think he's the best right now. What hero do you main? I guess you talk about League of Legends. I don't really main anything because I like to enjoy the game and I just play a lot of different stuff. But right now I'm playing mid lane again, and I like to play a lot of Silas lately. Samurai 44 is playing League of Legends right now. Yeah, you enjoy, but you only have like a few minutes left because then you have to watch the male final. Come on, man. Did you get to top that Innsbruck final route when you tried? So unfortunately, they put down the route very soon after the comp, so I only had one day to try it again, and that day I was still very tired from the comp itself, and my skin was completely trashed. So I couldn't do more or like many good tries on it, but I tried one more time and I got as far as Colin did, and where he felt that move was definitely really hard. But I think it was still possible. But then the very end of the route was very, very hard. So I wasn't ever going to top it. I think like the third to last move, it was very hard. So I don't think Adam could have topped that one. It was a very hard route, which was great. Like they finally set something very hard. So we could struggle. And I think we didn't climb very well. I think some of us could have climbed better and gotten higher up. But at least we got a nice ranking. It's always better to have a hard route like this than a too easy one like this. So hopefully the men's route is better. Hey Jacob, any other pro climbers that are big gamers? I don't know, but I know that Alberto, for example, he also likes to play League, and I'm not so sure. But yeah, there are definitely some other guys that like to play games. I'm not sure how much or which ones, but yeah, I think quite a lot of sportsmen I know like to play games sometimes because it's a good thing to do while you're resting. Like there's nothing physical you're doing, so you can just chill and it's a good rest. But at the same time, you can still put all your ambitious thoughts into it sometimes. Because yeah, I think as athletes, we are very ambitious persons, and it's nice to have games sometimes where you can put that ambition into it because we have too much of it sometimes. Favorite World Cup venue? I mean, Chamonix is one of my favorite, and I think the Munich Bouldering World Cup has always been a lot of fun. And obviously, I have to name my hometown, Innsbruck, as well. How about you, Misha?
Yeah, for me too. Munich is my favorite bouldering venue. Innsbruck is obviously very cool too. It was still a little bit better though when it was on the Marktplatz. Those comps were legendary and just amazing. And in Leeds, of course, I think Chamonix is probably the place to be. And we're glad we get to watch it now. And I'm excited to see the guys climbing now.
And we even have
some strong climbing.
We even have a French youngster. It's amazing to have a French climber in finals in Chamonix. So yeah, the crowd is even more wild. It's awesome. What's the strongest climber LOL team you could build, and who will play which position? Well, I have no idea because I'm not sure like if there's many pro climbers that play League of Legends. I really have no idea. But obviously, I know some of like the Austrian climbers. Like I have some friends that play it. So I would put them into the team, and then I know Alberto is playing, and then we're already like 4 or 5. But yeah, I would have to do a survey who is actually playing. Who knows? Maybe Adam is playing in his free time, but I doubt it.
I think Adam is more busy with parenting now rather than
I think
gaming.
so too. How well would it be received if a finals route was just a huge crack line from start to finish?
That would be received pretty badly.
Yeah, I think so.
That would be the point where climbers would boycott it and not even get on the route, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. And yeah, I don't think it makes sense. I mean, you want diversity on a competition wall, and it shouldn't be only about a crack. I think it's okay if there's a crack in it, but it should be the whole route only about crack climbing. Just like it shouldn't be only crimps or only pinches. Bad woman routes, is it because mainly male route setters? No, I don't think that's a problem. I mean, you could argue that it would be good to have a female route setter or a female tester at least, but I don't think that's the problem here. I mean, in Innsbruck, we had a female route setter as well, and it was too hard, which is better for sure. But the male routes were just as bad so far for the comp. Like, I mean, semifinals and qualifications was really maybe even worse for the men than for the women. Yeah. So I think in general, the route setters just couldn't really understand the level of the athletes, it seems, no matter if it's female or male. Usually the route setters, it should be almost easier for them to see or know the level from the girls or from the women, because most of the route setters have a similar or closer similar level to the women than the men, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
How about Tomoa? I guess you're referring to like best climbers, maybe?
I guess so.
Tomoa is definitely one of the best climbers out there. And yeah, I mean, this year Yoshiyuki was beating him in competition bouldering with consistency. But yeah, I would always argue Tomoa is up there, and he might be the best gym boulderer in the world. When will you guys try the 9B of Angie Aita in silts? Yeah, I want to try it at some point. I've a friend has been in it already, so yeah, I want to try it at some point. But it's supposed to be not the nicest route ever. It's very, very chipped, but still, I guess we have to give it a go.
The wall and the line looks amazing though, so I guess, yeah, it might be worth giving it a shot anyway.
I see our light is really dark now. Maybe I'll turn on the lights so you can see us a little bit better.
I think it's all right.
Hey Jacob, do you watch sometimes other sports, surfing for example? Yes, I really like watching other sports. I'm not really into surfing. Like, I really want to try out the sport one day, but I can't say that I've watched it a lot. What I like to watch nowadays, like back in the day, I like to watch football a lot, but now I like to watch American football, NBA. So I like those two American sports. I think they're really fun to watch, and also tennis. And yeah, I think Misha enjoys a lot of similar stuff.
Yeah, we've gotten into American football a lot, so we could go on about talking about football all night.
Yeah,
but we should focus on climbing for now. And we've actually Taizé has just gotten on the route, so we get to see the route for the first time now. And it's just cheetah holds this far.
And yeah, I mean, Taizé is the winner of VR, so maybe we already get to see
a top
a really good climb. Oh no. I didn't even know that Jessica Grouper got downgraded because he touched the edge of the wall.
I see.
Oh my god. That sucks.
I was wondering why he got such a low score.
Yeah, I thought he slipped or something.
Yeah, too bad. Jesse was pretty consistent now in the last two comps and looking really strong.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, so him and also Alex Megos got downgraded. So two of the very best out there, unfortunately, couldn't get to show the best of them.
Okay, yeah. So far this route looks like it won't be a walk in the park, which is good. And yeah, Taizé is doing really well so far this season. Like, he was in finals in Innsbruck and he won in VR. So let's see what he can do on this route. What is the hardest boulder you have flashed? I've flashed 3 different AP plus boulders. Misha, AP?
Which is the hardest one of those though, maybe?
I think for me the hardest one was Anamkara because it's not as long as the other two. But yeah, I think 2 of those 3 are actually on my YouTube channel. Like Anamkara Flash is on my YouTube channel, and also the Never Ending Story. And then I also flashed Catalan Witness the Fitness, but there is no video of it, unfortunately. And you, Misha, you flashed
my
8B?
hardest, I flashed 1 8B in Maltatal. Maybe not the hardest 8B, but
wrestling with an alligator.
And then a couple 8A pluses. But I've witnessed your 8B, or at least the flash of Anamkara, and it was super impressive to see.
Misha actually filmed it.
Yeah, and gave some beta. So
oh yeah, I mean, you can only flash something hard if you have like a real beta master with you, and it was Misha.
Call me.
All right, so he's getting pretty far up actually. Still looking pretty good.
He's hyped.
Oh. Oi. Wow, it looks really hard now. Let's go again, right, left hand, huh?
Yeah. Making good use of his heel hooks.
Wow, he's doing really well again. Oh my God, he's doing so well. He even gets to clip. Oh my God, Taisei is doing really, really well. He's already on the last moves again. Can we already see a top from the first climber?
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna top.
I
now.
guess we do.
A tricky coordination move.
That's like
for the top move.
a jump foot catch last move.
Yes.
I don't know if you want a foot match there. Come on! No! Oh, so close. He should have actually topped that route already. Okay, so we almost saw a top from the first climber. Wow. But I mean, Taisei is really strong. I actually don't think we will see a lot of tops on this one. He climbed really, really well. But yeah, I don't know. He should have topped that. Only the coordination move could stop him. I think any other move he would have done easily.
I think you can static that move though. I think if Adam makes it there, I think he can static it.
Yeah, probably.
He definitely tried it the right way though. Leaving behind a lot of chalk on the fall.
You missed the strong Brits, Aiden and Bozy. They're surely on the top strong list. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I could name many other people that should be on that list. I wasn't naming like a list of many people. I was just naming like 3 people that I would name above anyone. But yeah, it's obviously it's very hard to judge, and it might even be stupid to make a list like that because you never know. Climbing is so complex. But yeah, I agree. Aiden and Will are very strong climbers that could very well have arguments to be the best in lead or boulder. So yeah, you're right about that. What route boulder do you think has the hardest single move? That's really hard to tell because I haven't tried all the lead and boulder, all the routes and boulders in the world. But I guess Burden of Dreams is one of the boulders that's graded 9A, and it might have one of the hardest single moves.
It only has 3 or 4 moves, so I guess those moves must be really
so
hard.
Should have like really hard moves, I guess. But it depends always on your style. Like there might be people that think the moves on Burden of Dreams are much easier than the moves on some random AP plus because they are extremely good on crimps, but maybe really bad on slopers, for example. So yeah, especially in bouldering, it's always a lot about style. And then in lead, probably silence as one of the hardest boulders in itself because it's so tricky and special. And Adam always says it's very hard, so it must be hard. Hi Jacob, what is your favorite climbing area? I have many areas that I really love. But yeah, one of my favorite areas is definitely Flatanger. So I'm so psyched that I can go back this fall. And yeah, Misha, how about you? You were just in Seus. That's an amazing crack.
Seus is definitely amazing,
and if we talk about bouldering, it has to be
boulderer. It's gotta be Rocklands for sure.
Rocklands, such a good place.
I'm so jealous of all the people going there now and seeing stories and videos every day.
And we have been there together already once, and we had like such an amazing time.
The best of times for sure.
Did you win any money in Vegas? Actually, funny story. I did win some money, but not by gambling. So we, the last night we were in Vegas, we actually wanted to gamble a little bit, and we got like Nikolai, Misha, and me. We all got $100, and we were ready to spend $100. Obviously, we never gamble, so we don't know a lot about blackjack, but we just wanted to have some fun and spend $100 on playing blackjack. But unfortunately, we couldn't find any tables where it was like kind of cheap to play. Like all the tables had like $50 minimum for like playing one card, and that was too much for us, so we never got to play blackjack. But then we walked outside, and all of a sudden there was a guy or like some a show where they said you pay $10 and you win 100, I think.
Yeah.
If you're able to hang 2 minutes on a pull-up bar. So obviously, yeah, I had to go get those $100, and I was able to hang 2 minutes on the pull-up bar and took home $90. Let's go.
Nikolai and myself couldn't hang on there though.
I wouldn't have said that, Misha.
Because I just want to make a point that you are too strong again. Because we were arguing that the bar was spinning, because obviously we can hang on a regular bar for like 2 minutes, but the bar was spinning. But Jakob is still sure that the bar didn't even spin because it was too easy for him.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. I was just like fixing it so hard. Oi! Okay.
And we lose Hamish.
And now we see like how well Taisei climbed, because Hamish got really pumped and Taisei was just like cruising through all those moves. Crazy. Yeah, the steep part down there looks really powerful. Do you take any supplements? Usually I don't, but right now I try to take a few vitamins that because a doctor said they might help me with my skin. So I take like vitamin D. But usually I don't really take any supplements. How about you, Misha? You take something right now?
Not really either.
Must suck to have a top in a World Cup final and still get 4th place. Yeah, it does suck.
It does suck, but I'm sure Jessie is still happy with her climbing today, and she made up for the mistakes she made in Innsbruck
for sure.
and Villar. So
I mean, obviously, it's always great to get a top, and to get a top in front of such a crowd in Chamonix. She was even the first person to top the route, so that's an amazing feeling. Yes, it's a bit frustrating that it wasn't enough for a podium, but after 2 mess ups at the last 2 comps, I think she can be really proud of herself, like stepping up again and just not caring about the last results and climbing so well in this final, and actually achieving a top and a 4th place. That's obviously very good. Hey Jacob, are there any off-the-wall exercise, antagonist, core, etc. you regularly do? Yes, once a week I go to the Olympic Center and I work together with my coach. Like I have a coach there that I work regularly every week with on mobility and flexibility. I mostly work on my shoulder, back, and hip flexibility because I'm pretty bad at those things, and I try to make it better. But I don't really work. I don't really do a lot of power exercises. I usually only work on my mobility on those sessions. And yeah, I think Misha also tries to do quite a lot of stretching and stuff like that.
Well,
and you do some
I do
power
some
exercises too.
Yeah, I need
Like
to
once a
work on my
week.
power still. So like once or twice a week, I do strength exercises in the gym actually with weights. And yeah, I started to feel improvement. So I'm working on my power as well.
Is there any climber that you consider your rival? No, there's not. I mean, that's the cool thing about the climbing community. I think we're all really good friends and we all respect each other. And our rival is always the wall or the route or the boulder and not the other athlete. I think everyone respects if another climber climbed better than you on that certain route or boulder. And you only basically think what you could have done better against the route or the boulder, like how could you have climbed better? But it's not really a rivalry between you and the other athletes. I mean, we even try to help each other by observing the route and giving us tips because we all want to succeed against the route, and whoever climbs better deserves to win. I think that's our mentality.
Oh no, we lose Sasha.
Oh, I missed it. What did he do?
He went on this dynamic move on the steep part and just lost the left hand and couldn't hold on one-handed. But he looked like he had to try really hard. So once again, I'm impressed how easily Taizé climbed through all these sections.
Yeah, I was already thinking of. I swear to God, I thought maybe I put Taizé on the podium again.
Yeah.
But then I thought he didn't do so well in semis, and there will be some countbacks. So that's why I didn't put him on the podium. But now I regret it because I think he will end up on the podium for sure. I always wonder if I lose a lot of my bouldering power if I focus on lead for about 1 to 2 months and vice versa. How much of an impact does this make, in your opinion, on the muscle structure? I mean, if I train for lead, I always still do bouldering because it's very important to have a really good bouldering power also for lead because you have to do hard movements in lead. And the easier the moves feel, the better, obviously, for your lead performance. So even if I'm focusing only on lead, I do at least one bouldering session a week. But usually I found out that even if I like focus more on lead, I can still it's still pretty good for bouldering. Yes, maybe you lose a little bit of your crazy explosiveness and stuff like that, but in general, I think it can still be good. The only problem is at the beginning of your lead training, like the first 1 or 2 weeks you do your lead training, you might be tired a lot, and then obviously your bouldering might be a little bit worse. But after those first 2 weeks, I think it can be fine. And the other way around, I think if I focus my training on bouldering, I don't really do a lot of lead, and then I can still do some good lead tries, but I don't have the endurance to do any mistakes, basically. So first of all, I can only do 1 or 2 very good tries, and secondly, If I mess up a clip or read something wrong and I take too much time on a certain crux, I will pump out. And if I train a lot of lead, I can sometimes manage to come back of a mistake like that. So that's the difference for me.
I think maybe lead, if you do train a lot of lead and still keep bouldering though, what might be affected by the lead training is the explosiveness. I think the max power is, you can keep the max power, but the explosiveness will suffer a bit because you get pumped a lot. And
I think so too. But still, I've done well at, like, I remember back in the day. Wait, let's focus on Yannick for a second because he is fighting and he's Misha's second place.
Yeah. Come on, Yannick.
Well, he's getting pumped.
Yes.
But I think it's getting easier now again.
To the slab, so maybe he can recover. Puts him in provisional second place.
Yeah, I mean, now once you get into the slab, it's different climb again, but I think it's over now. Come on, Yannick. Oh, yeah. A good try, though.
Good try.
I mean, it was a good try. I think he will end up like top 5, right? Or at least top 6.
At least top 6.
Yeah, there's 5 more to go. So no, actually not sure yet.
We are right. There were 9 finalists.
Are belayers in competitions assigned randomly, or do you get to pick one? No, we don't get to pick one. It's the organizer gets the belayers. So yeah, usually and hopefully they're good belayers. But it has happened before that in some comps we have had not the best belayers, and then it's a little bit annoying. Like I remember in Japan once I had a qualification where I got short roped on the first 4 draws, and I couldn't believe myself, and I was really frustrated. And after the route, I told like the belayer and also like the judges that they should tell the belayers that they shouldn't short rope so much. And luckily, I got other belayers on my other tries.
But in that specific comp, that happened a lot, not only to you.
Yeah, in that specific comp, it happened a lot.
Were complaining. But
hey guys,
they do a good job in belayers.
Yeah, usually the belayers at the comps are very good. So, hey guys, what's your opinion on helmets? Don't you think professional climbers should wear them to set a good example? That's a tough one.
I guess it's a difficult question to answer correctly.
I mean, in certain situations, I agree with you. Like, I think in some cracks, you should wear a helmet, and probably it would be a smart idea if the pro climbers or like role models do it. But I think there are other cracks and places, like I know that in some gyms in Spain, for example, it's even mandatory to wear helmets in the gym.
I didn't even know
and that. I don't know. For me, that sounds like a little bit too much.
Yeah, I feel like in cracks where the rock is so solid that it's basically impossible that things are going to break off. In that case, you wear a helmet just for your protection in case of a bad fall, right? And it's, if you have a certain experience and you know how to put your feet right and that you're not going to fall too badly, then you're not going to fall heads down and maybe bump into the wall. At least it hasn't happened for me, I think, ever. And has it happened for you, Jakob, that you've like fallen head down and
never
into the wall? So if the rock is super solid, I feel safe. And if I feel safe, I don't feel the need to wear a helmet. But if I go multi-pitching or whatever, I'm obviously wearing a helmet, and
same.
I will do it for sure.
What would be your favorite job when you retire from competition climbing, Misha?
Maybe we will team up and stream climbing comps or different
Yeah,
things.
professional streamers. Let's go. No, I mean, wait. I mean, obviously, when I retire from competition climber, I still want to be a climber. I want to focus on outdoor climbing a lot more. But at some point, I'll probably have to do something else. I mean, I will still climb, but maybe earn my money with something else. But hopefully, that's not too close yet, and I still have many years to go. I still feel good, and I'm having fun. But I could see myself try to be a coach one day. Maybe we'll see. Together with Misha, maybe try to get some kids strong.
Coach, set some routes, set some boulders.
Yeah, setting. We like setting.
Yeah.
That's fun. But I don't know if IFSC will ever let us set comps. I hope so. Are there a lot of pro climbers who keep non-climbing related day jobs aside from those who are still studying? No, there are not a lot. I think there is not, maybe a handful, but most pro climbers are just pro climbers.
Yeah.
Like the
I
ones
guess
that
so,
are up top, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you said, some might be studying or something, but not a lot have jobs. Only like a few, I think. Markus Ladona. Oh, it's a geiler Stream und League findet auch geil. Let's go.
Nice, Mac.
No, I missed where I was. Who's your favorite NFL team and why is it the Patriots? It's not the Patriots. Sorry.
Why is it not the Patriots? Should be written there.
Yeah, why is it not the Patriots? To be honest, I think we both don't really have a favorite team. I mean, that's the thing. We're like, it's like an American sport kind of, and I don't really have a connection to any team. But obviously, I like some teams more than others, and that's mostly because of the play style. I think, like everyone else, I really enjoy watching teams that have good offenses and make a lot of points, like the Buffalo Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs, or you name another.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was never really a big Tom Brady fan or a Belichick fan, so that's why we both didn't like the Patriots too much. We already lost some Abisu, unfortunately. So yeah, no one is getting even close to Taisei. It's interesting. I mean, I already said after his climb that I think it was just like a very amazing climb from him, and I don't think the route is going to be too easy. But yeah, it seems like for the men's route, they did a quite good job of making it very powerful down there. And the route looks really cool to climb too. Very powerful pinches. We're talking about pinches. Finally, we get some pinches. Oh, yeah. It seemed like you didn't really have good friction on those holds as well. Like on volumes like this, you really want good friction, and sometimes you can't really do much if your skin is just bad on it. Natural route. So let's see. What is your opinion of making a full slab lead route in a World Cup semifinal? Alex Kazanov asking this. Let's go, man. So you want to trigger me, huh? I can read your name. I know you want to trigger me. So yeah, my opinion is it's very bad. Now I think some very slabby parts, especially up top of a lead route, are very problematic in my opinion. Like in Moscow and at the World Championship. almost a third of the top, like the last third of the wall was very like almost vertical, and then they set volumes as well, so it actually climbs like a slab. And it's a problem because up there it didn't really matter anymore what you did beforehand, because once you're in that slab, you didn't really need your arms that much. You were only standing on your legs. And I think that's not what lead should be about, right? If I climbed the first 2/3 of the route very well, much better than anyone else, and I saved so much power for the last part, I should be rewarded. But if it's like very slabby and it doesn't really matter how pumped you are up there once you reach the slab, it goes against what lead is about, in my opinion. I don't know.
Alex, you successfully managed to trigger Jakob.
You triggered me. But you agree, Misha, right?
I do. Oh no!
No!
We used
No,
Tony already.
Tony!
Oh my God, so low.
Satone, no. He's such a nice guy. And he climbed like really well in semifinals. Like he was one of the guys that did the maybe he did the semifinals the easiest, actually. That's so sad. Hi, Jacob. Are the route setters usually local to the venue, or do IFSC fly route setters out? The IFSC flies route setters out. Like usually there might be 1 or 2 local setters that help the route setter team. But already before the season, IFSC puts certain chief route setters in all the different comps, and the chief route setter of a comp is not even allowed to be from the country that the comp is at. Team Mahmoud, yeah, let's go. Where can I watch the finals? Okay, I'll answer this question one more time. Maybe once you figure it out, it might be over already, but let's try. So either you're not in Europe and then you can watch it, like in the US, you can watch it on IFSC YouTube channel. If you're in Europe, you either need a Eurosport subscription or you have a VPN. Put in that you're watching from the US, basically, and then you can watch IFSC YouTube. When do you release the Mallorca video from the 2021 season? Excited. Yeah, so am I. I also can't wait, and I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting for so long. Unfortunately, the video is not done yet. There were some struggles and we weren't sure how to use all the material, but I have pretty good news that we have plans to at least publish some material of it, at least at the end of the year. So I'm just as excited as you are. I think there is so much amazing footage, and I can't wait to show anything from it to you guys. I hope it will be very soon.
It's gonna be epic.
Yeah, so epic.
I can't wait to go back to Mallorca either.
If you could improve one thing in lead comms, what would you change? So yeah, we talked about that before. One thing that we would love to change, but we are not sure how to, is ISO time. Like especially in lead semifinals, it's very annoying if you're like the last starter out to spend like a lot of time in ISO. And second thing is that I would really like to change that we've seen in women finals again is finally make the setters always set hard routes in every single round. Like I never want to see more than one single top in any round, basically. Like in qualification, each route can get one top, okay, and maybe a bit more, but not necessarily. But especially semis and finals, max one top, and it should just never happen that there's more, in my opinion. And yeah, I think all the athletes agree on that.
If I could choose something, personally, I would love to make lead climbing without clipping draws.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Clipping clip draws, and but obviously
we need a huge airbag.
But...
Hi, Jacob. Just a short question. Do you know what happened to Alex Megos? Yeah. So while he was clipping a draw in semifinals, his right foot slipped and he stopped his swing, basically. Like he was it looked like he was going to fall, and as a reaction, he was grabbing the draw. and stopped his swing, and that's obviously not allowed. So the judges put him back. Unfortunately, it was very unlucky and a heartbreaker, actually. Jacob, I think I remember you always used to wear shorts with an integrated harness. What happened to those shorts harness? Yes, that's true. It's a realization pant from Mammut. I really like it still. But, okay, focus on Luca for a second because he's fighting hard. What the hell happened to Taisei Homa? Fuck, he climbed so well.
That was so
I mean,
good.
Luca is such a strong climber, and Taisei made all this look so easy. I don't know. This guy is on fire. But yeah, I'm excited to see Adam on this route. I think he will crush it. Come on, Luca. Oh no, like Yannick.
Yeah, same as Yannick.
Oh, but Taisei was incredible, crazy. So yeah, I really like the realization path from Mammoth still, but the thing is that the Austrian team, the federation, has North Face as their sponsor now. So that's why I'm not allowed to wear Mammoth pants in competitions. Unfortunately, I have to wear North Face pants, even though I'm sponsored by Mammoth. But I have to wear the team's dress, and that's why I can't wear the harness pants anymore, unfortunately. Did you ever boulder in the Ruhrtal, Germany region? Unfortunately, not yet. I have to try it. Will Mammut ever come out with a climbing shoe? I don't think so. I don't think they have plans to do so because they did it in the past and it didn't really work out. So they want to focus on the things that they're really good at, which is all like everything else except shoes. So yeah, I think they have like amazing ropes, quick draws, harness, chalk, and obviously clothes. And yeah, they focus again on climbing, alpine, and skiing, mountaineering. Okay, full focus on Adam Ondra because he is in shape. This guy trained hard for this comp, so and Adam in shape is always exciting to watch. He's psyched.
Have you talked to Adam lately?
Yeah, actually, I just talked to him because of Flatanga.
Cool.
Because he's also going after Munich, and he said he's in shape, and he said that I'm not going to Chamonix.
Yeah, I was expecting him in Villara already, maybe. Do you know why
Yeah,
he didn't
no,
compete
but
there?
no, I guess he was only what training for this, and he's also going to Briançon and Munich, I think.
Nice.
So yeah, like always, crazy speed from Adam. He always climbs very, very efficiently, very fast, but also sometimes risky. So hopefully there's no mistake today and we can see the best of him. Yeah, so quick. I think once he reaches the slab, he will be so comfortable. Well,
interesting beta with his heel there.
Yeah. So now he's already on the pinch crux thing. Okay, easy on that crux. Yeah, he looks very strong. I think we can see a top here, Misha. What do you think?
Well, I would say for sure top move.
Top.
My prediction was he's gonna static the last move and not do it dynamically. So
yeah, probably.
let's see if that prediction goes through as well.
But yeah, he walks through that route crazy. Whew, super strong. Oh yeah.
Starting to fight, but this is a good
Oh
hold.
yeah.
Nice.
Wow, but Taisei climbed really well.
He's gonna go for the
Oh!
move, and he fails.
But that move looks so hard. I mean, it's still a first place, I think, because, I mean, there's comeback with Taisei, and it doesn't, that last move looks so hard, and I don't think Sean can either do it or get faster there, because that was like 3 minutes.
That was crazy fast.
That was so fast. In the semifinals or finals, are there any advantages of climbing later in the order rather than earlier in the order? Well, your advantage of climbing later means that, like, when you're climbing later, you have a better ranking usually than the person before you. So if there is a tie, then there's a comeback and you get a better ranking. That's usually your advantage. But for example, Sean Bailey and Adam, they're tied, and Sean is last now, and he has no advantage over Adam. It's just random, whoever climbs first. And I would say, other than that, climbing out late is usually not an advantage, but more of a disadvantage, because you have more time in ISO, which is more nerve-wracking, and it takes longer for you. And
friction of the holds is gonna get worse.
Friction of the holds gets a little worse. Yeah. But you do have the comeback thing. How hard is the men's route? That's hard to tell. But yeah, I don't know. That last move seems really hard. But except the last move, Itzy or Itzy Plus maybe?
I'd still go for Itzy Plus.
Itzy Plus probably. Yeah, probably Itzy Plus. Yeah, that's true. I think Itzy Plus to the last move would be a guess.
Adam and Taizé definitely looked a step up from the other guys here in the finals so far.
Yeah, they looked really good. So strong.
Last climber out, Sean Bailey. He's the defending champion of the Chamonix Worldcup, right? Last year
he won. And he missed the finals of VR and Innsbruck, so it's great to see him back in finals.
Last year's Chamonix route was ridiculously hard.
Oh yeah, they got like halfway up and won.
Still better than what we saw earlier in the women's route. So.
I don't know if that question was already asked, but if Yanya would compete with the men, what do you guys think would she place? That's very hard to tell, I think. But I've seen her in training, and she's very strong. And I definitely think that she would make finals in lead men. But I think she wouldn't have a shot against Adam, for example. That's my opinion. But I think if she has like a really good run, then maybe she has a chance for the podium. I don't know. It's very hard to judge. Also, it obviously really depends on the route, because if it's set very morphological, it's much harder for her. And in bouldering, it's different. I think bouldering is just automatically very often very morphological. So I think there it would be much harder for her to do well. But I don't know. What do you think, Misha? But I wish we could see it. It would be fun.
Yeah, it would definitely be fun. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. But yeah, it's good to see already in training routes that how strong Yanya is. And in training routes, you can compare her skills to the guys, to the men's skills. And she's definitely shown that she can be up there and compete, maybe also with the men.
Yanya said it would be interesting. She sees herself competing with men on technical and coordination moves. On powerful moves, not so much. Yeah, definitely. Like on slabs, I mean, not just Yanya, but I mean, on slabs, I think many women have a chance against men because it's just very technical. And sometimes it's even nice to be like more flexible and small or something. And on slabs, oh, Sean Bailey, no, he jumps to that hold. Aha. He still gets third though, right?
Yes, he should get third.
Wow. What a crazy performance from Taisei. That was insane. But yeah, on slabs and all, even like coordination moves that are not like too far, I think Yanya is like especially coordination moves. She's so good, and she can definitely compete with the men on many boulders, I think. So yeah, that was the finals. So Adam finishing first. We were both right about that one.
Yeah.
Second place, you had Yannick. You were really wrong because he's seventh, I think. I had Sean Bailey. He's third, so I was pretty close. And second, but the real second place is Taisei Oma, which we both didn't have on the podium. But I think we should have because I thought about it. But still, he didn't climb as well in semis, but now he climbed ridiculously well. And I mean, he actually looked closer on the last move than Adam. Like I feel like Taisei looked like he could have gotten the top. So that was actually a good chance for him to win. But yeah, that was a fun final though. Like men's final, much better than women's final, I guess. I mean, they still fell on similar moves, but still, it was a good final, I think, overall.
It's good to see Adam back. Definitely in good shape, and
yeah, he looks strong. I mean, he looked like he had a lot more to show, and it was only that last move that. Wait, is Luca third?
Apparently, Sean didn't get the plus.
What?
I'm curious. I'm pretty sure there will be. Like,
yeah, and Taisei is also such a nice guy. I'm really happy for him. First in VR and now second. That's awesome. Okay, I mean, I'm happy for Luca, but I definitely thought he had a plus. Yeah, appeal for sure, Alex says.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to see it again, but didn't he he got a minus on the hold, didn't he?
Not really, maybe. But still, like, he went for the move, so I would give him the plus for sure. Apparently, Sean is running in now. There seems to be some confusion, but
yeah, I mean, we'll see at some point if that appeal goes through. But yeah, it's either Sean or Luca on the third. But I think that Sean had the plus, but I'm not sure. I would have to see a replay again. Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys. So many of you tuning in again, like over 200. Thanks a lot. That was fun. It was a bit different than semis because, Misha was here as well. And we gave our best to answer all the questions. I know there were a few left out. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, we tried our best. At the same time, we tried to focus on finals as well. We didn't want to miss the show. I think, we talked about it already. Obviously, women's finals wasn't great. Way too easy route setting, unfortunately. Men's wasn't like the best I've ever seen. Was almost two tops, but still, it worked out fine in the end. And I think it was overall a cool route to watch. And yeah, thanks for joining, you guys. Let's hear what Adam says. Wait. Yeah, he enjoyed the big crowd in Chamonix. Who doesn't? Nice. He sounds super psyched, and yeah, it's good to see him back on the circuit. I really hope I can get back in shape for Brunasson and can compete with him again. That would be so much fun. All right. Maybe I answer like one more question or something, and then
Who's the lucky one?
yeah, I'm very happy about all the good feedback. It was a lot of fun. I mean, obviously on the next comp, I tried to be there myself again, but because this, like everyone really enjoyed this, it seems, and I enjoyed it as well. I definitely want to do this in the future again, and yeah, either on comps that I'm not competing at or just a random live stream. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, maybe even play some games together because some people were actually psyched for that as well. That would be fun. And yeah, thanks a lot for sticking with us, and see you around. Thanks a lot for Misha for being here with me.
It was a pleasure.
That was a lot of fun.
Tuning in, everybody.
And yeah, see you guys around. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Bye.